Bricks and Minifigs is your one-stop shop for all things Lego. Hit the link below to find a store near you.
Hi there, I'm Vanessa. This is my Christmas winter village. I love winter and Christmas and all those good things. And I have collected, as you can see, over many years. There was one set released every year, and I have collected for many years. My husband buys me a set every year for our anniversary, so I always have Lego available. I just love the magic of it all.
And I love what you've done here with the way you've done the scene with the backdrop. So talk about kind of the way that you conceptualized this and came up with the idea for the layout here.
Well, I really wanted to make Father Christmas and his reindeer fly. So I just made sure that I found a technique that I could put them up there without being able to see the support too much.
And then the sort of forced perspective with the mountains in the background is really nice as well. So how did you do that rock work in the background?
Oh, that was just I gathered together all my shaped plates that I could and tried to, like you say, add that perspective to it just to give a bit of a look. Because the scene, just being able to close it in with having the sky behind and the sides to the build just gives you a different feel and makes you kind of get caught up in this world.
It immerses you in the build really nicely. So then that kind of takes us down to the ground level. What do we have happening down here?
Oh, down here is just the Ferris wheel, or the carousel, and a little winter village market happening, and an ice rink where families are skating around. And here we've got a little walkway over the railway line so that they can get to the tram on this side. And
What pieces did you use for the skating ice there?
Those were from the Lunar, one of the Lunar New Year sets, the Chinese New Year sets. They had a rink, so I managed to get some of those off Bricklink.
You mentioned the tram out front here, so how is that running?
That is running with the new power functions. It's got a color sensor underneath, so we've just programmed it to go backwards and forwards.
Has that been running smoothly for you? Does it ever want to shoot off the track or anything like that?
Once or twice it has gone off, but thankfully my engineer is around here somewhere, and I get him onto that.
You keep the mechanics close by.
Yes.
So taking a look now at the other part of the train track, you've got the train. I really like the sort of tunnel that you've built into the mountain there, and then the train comes out from that.
Yes, originally when I had planned this, I wanted to do a tunnel underneath the mountains or through the mountains, but because of my space constraints that wasn't going to happen. So it is just stationary there, but I did the mock tunnel so that you get the appearance of it moving, like with the smoke coming from the train.
And then you get to the built-up mountain area. So what is that like structurally, kind of all that rock work under there that's holding that layer up?
Oh, it's pretty hollow underneath because, like I said, initially I had designed it as a tunnel. So it is actually an open structure underneath, and the rock face and everything is on the front, and the plates that the buildings are on top, they just rest on top of the rock because I've obviously designed it in such a way that I can take it down fairly easily for packaging and moving.
So if you can take us through those different buildings, maybe some of the scenes, what the minifigures might be doing. There's a lot of action packed in here.
There is. There's Mr. Gingerbread at the back there. He's got his snowplow. He's checking things out. There's a little boy and girl at the top. They're about to snowboard down the roof of the house, and the little elf behind is like, oh my goodness, what's happening here? There's just some friends having some coffee. There's a little boy. I'm going along the top there. Yeah. A little boy being pulled along on a sleigh by his grandpa. Another guy's got his chainsaw. He's getting some logs ready for the fire. The next one is just the nutcrackers outside the house there. We've got the little elf house. There's a little elf that just about stepped on reindeer poop. And the little girl's like, oh my! Then we have our ninth reindeer there, Rudolph, getting some special treatment with some carrots. And then, at the end, just a happy family, all the elves with their presents getting ready for the big day.
And then that takes us down to the lower level here.
Yes. So then there's Mrs. Santa. She's giving out some cookies. If you look through the door, Santa is inside there as well. There's a couple of Santas hidden in his build. And then with their activities, you've got the firemen getting the tree ready, putting the star on top. The one lady, fire lady, she's directing from the bottom, as we do. We've got two little boys playing with their drone. Their drone has got stuck on the top of one of the houses in the snow. We have a little train going around with a ride for the kids, and we've got little Miss Gingerbread pushing her pram there, and the carolers in front of the tree as well, earning their little bit before Christmas. And then behind is the train station with lots of activity happening. Everybody getting ready.
This is such a fun layout. Do you know how many minifigures are on this in total at all?
I haven't counted, no. Even this morning I was like, oh, we need some extra people. So I was busy trying to gather a few together just to top it up and add a few extra stories in.
You've packed a ton of buildings and action in here. Are there other Christmas scenes or things you want to add in the future or expand on this idea?
Oh, always, yes. Actually, 2 of the buildings are from the Harry Potter Hogsmeade sets, and so I haven't actually put in the buildings that came from the Main Street set from last Christmas, so those haven't gone in, and obviously we've got our new set coming this year, the log cabin, so yes, it will be expanded.
And I find this layout particularly funny here because we are in South Africa, and South Africa doesn't get a lot of snow. So this isn't really an accurate representation of Christmas in South Africa at all. So what is that like building this and then kind of the public response with this build?
I think it's just got that element of magic to it. That's what captures everybody, because it is, Christmas is magical and it's a special time for everybody. And I think because snow is something we don't get here, it's foreign to us, I think that also just draws people in and makes you really love it.
It almost has a more fantastical feel because of that.
Absolutely, we love it.
Trust me, you're not missing out on a lot without the snow.
No, I've done New York at Christmas time, and it's not fun.
Well, excellent work here. Thank you so much for taking us through the layout, and I'm glad you were able to bring it out to the show. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Thanks, guys.